Okay, good morning. How are you guys? There's Ann and Val. Okay, let's get the party going. So we're going to use bands for our hips and our arms, and then we have two sets of weights, medium and heavy. Get a towel. Oh, get some water. Gotta get my water. And let's do it. Woohoo! Okay, little warm up. So standing nice and tall, take a nice big deep breath. Reach the arms nice and wide. And now you're going to just shift the hips back a little bit and then bring them back up. Shift them back and up. So now while you shift back, you got to make sure you're keeping that belly button pulling in, right? Just do a few more. Probably feeling a little bit of this in your thoracic spine. Keep your arms really long and spread your fingers wide. Two more. Now relax the arms. Get your torso parallel to the floor and then just sweep the arms out to the side like an airplane and then lower them back down again and just keep going. So keep them nice and long and try to get them up as high as you can. Remember, when the work is challenging, that's when you need to find your breath. Really important. Do a couple more. Now you're going to hold this one out. Hold it out, lift it a little higher. Now pull the arms forward and have your palms face each other. But your hands are shoulder width apart. Just keep trying to reach for the front of your room. And now fold all the way down. Let your upper back relax. Your head. Just hang out here for a few breaths. And if you can't get the legs straight just yet, don't worry about it. It'll come. Okay, we're going to take our hands down to the floor and walk out to a plank. So you're in your regular high plank. Lower the chest into the shoulders a little bit, and then pull it back to a down dog. Lift your left leg up, and then switch, lift the right leg up. And now pull back forward to your plank. Lower the chest a little bit, and repeat. Left leg up. Right leg, bring it forward, and keep going. Probably feel your hamstrings waking up a little bit, your core and shoulders. It's a great little warm-up exercise, getting the blood flow, all these muscles. Do one more on each leg. Now come back into your plank, and without putting the knees down, let's get down on our forearms. So lower down, hold a low plank, and now put the hips down on the floor and take your gaze forward. So you're in a baby cobra. Still, while you're in this position, we're pulling the stomach in. Try to just relax the hips wherever they want to hang out. Take a few more breaths. Now we're going to lift, keeping the knees down. We're going to lift the hips up. So you're in what we call an 8-point plank. Your toes are still tucked under. You're going to come off the knees and push the legs straight. Lower the knees back down. And lower the hips. Take your gaze, look forward. Keep drawing the stomach in. Knees stay down, hips lift. Now the knees lift. Push your heels backwards so the legs are nice and long. And knees down, hips down. We're going to do this one more time. So here we go. Hips up, knees up, And now put your knees down. You're gonna walk your forearms back towards your knees. Let's take the hips just over the heels, and now let's extend the arms out long. Try to lower the chest towards the mat. Keep your neck nice and relaxed. So you want to make sure your neck is long, so your face is looking down. Flip your left palm to face the ceiling and lift that hand off the floor. Just a few inches. Get it straight, and then put it back down. Open the right palm, lift it, and reach. And close it and relax. Do it again. Open, lift, and reach. And switch. And one more time on each side. Okay, come on up onto all fours. We're gonna do some cat-cows because they're so good for our back. So give me a big arch. Look at those knees. Shift the hips back a little bit. And now fall into those shoulders. Take your gaze forward, get that belly in. And do it again. Round that back. Pressing away from the earth, shifting the hips back a little. Drop into the shoulders, look up. Last time, round that back. Hips go back even more. Now this time you're going to step your hands further forward. Changing to a lat stretch also. Keep walking those fingers forward. Back is still in flexion. Nice. Now come back. Walk those wrists underneath the shoulders. You're in a neutral spine. We're going to elevate off the knees and just hold a bear. Now take it to a small downward facing dog. Lift and lower up onto the toes, and then drive the heels back down. While you keep the heels down, start to bend the knees. They're going to lift up a little bit, that's okay. And now come back to bear. Hold and breathe. Belly button is up and into that back. Hips up, heels down. Legs are straight. Get up on the toes. As high as you can. Hips back down. Sorry, heels down. Now start to bend. Bend, bend, slow, slow, slow. And now come back into bear. I'm going to do this one more time. Take it to that small dog. Come up high on the toes. Heels push to the floor. Bend the knees. You can see how flexible those ankles are. Okay, you're back in bear, but your knees are coming down onto the floor. Take your right arm, extend it out. Take your left leg backwards. Get it nice and long. Now bring your knee and elbow to meet in the middle and extend back out. Do it again. Lift that knee up, really so you feel a crunch in the belly. Do the same on the other side. Try not to let the weight shift. You want to be nice and square. Keep going. Nice. Okay, you're in your quadruped position. You're going to come onto the tops of the feet and you're going to sit back on the heels. Open your knees up a little bit if you can and walk your hands forward. We're going to keep the forearms off the floor and your head. So once you've got those hands as far forward as they're going, think about dropping that chest down. Okay, back up onto all fours, pull those knees in. We're gonna all meet in a small dog again. Hold here, high on the toes. Draw the heels down. Walk your hands back to your feet. And feel your upper body just hang out. Shifting those hips back as far as you can get them. Walk your fingers forward as far as they can go. And just hold on this little tug while you breathe. Hopefully you're in a straight leg. Getting some nice length back into these legs. Okay, now from here, let the hands come back just in front of the feet, fingertips only. You're going to come into a low squat. So just drop your booty, take your gaze towards the front of your mat, and now come back to a straight leg, pull down. That means your head goes. Drop that booty again, look forward, shifting your weight into the heels, and back to that straight leg. One last time. Lower down. This time, let's bring the hands out in front. So you're in a low squat with your arms reaching forward. Now slowly come up. Keep the arms parallel to the floor. And now we're going to come right back into that low squat. Go down nice and slow. Get that belly working. Take it as low as you can. Maybe it's all the way, I don't know. And then come back up nice and slow. And again, one last time. And this time, arms go straight up to the ceiling. Try to lift out of your hips. And now take the arms out to the side. Big deep breath. Sweep them up. Now take the left arm down and you're going right. Sorry, you're going left on the right side. And then switch it. Nice little side body stretch. Do it again. And last one. Nice. Okay, let's get some weights. Pick up the heaviest ones that you have. And we're going to start just with some squats to a bicep curl to a shoulder press. And we're going to graduate those 3 different levels. So start out with really good posture. Proud out the chest. Think about drawing the hips back as you begin your squat. Come down and straight back up. Nice. Now, you're exhaling as you press up, and you're inhaling as you go down. A few more. Now, come down as slow as you can, really slowly. See if you can get the hands all the way down to the floor or the weights, and then slowly come back up. We're going to do it 2 more times, nice and slow. Shifting back. The weights down, come back up, nice and slow. Here's your last one. Getting these ski legs ready, right? Booty low. Back up. Now curl right, curl left, right, and down. And just keep alternating. One up, other one up, whatever variation you want. We're going to add on a shoulder press. I like to hold the weight up when I'm doing one at a time as opposed to down. because it works that muscle continuously. Okay, here we go. Press, press, curl down, back up. Press, press, and curl. You're not losing your form. You're not shifting your weight back. Now we're going to do 2 at a time for a set of 5. So curl up, turn, press up, and repeat. How easy is that? 2, 3. Make sure those hips don't shift back. You really lock down that core nice and tight. Okay, bring the weights out in front. We're going to do some deadlifts here. So come all the way down with the straight leg, or whatever range of motion feels good for you. Not going too fast, keeping my spine nice and long, shifting my weight backwards. That's super important. This is a posterior muscle chain exercise. It's working from your back all the way to your heels. You got to keep the weight back. Okay, do 4 more. Keep your pace consistent. Nice. 3. Woohoo, never had so much fun. 4. Or 2. Yes, it would be good if I could learn how to count. Here's your last one. Okay, put the weights down. I'm going to show you a little exercise that works well for the arms, especially if you're traveling. You're going to take the band right around the wrist, keep it right down in front. Now, open it and squeeze the shoulder blades together, crowd out the chest. So you have a lot of tension in your band. The arms are straight. Lift up slowly. Keep those arms reaching long the entire time. Take them all the way up. Keep the band tight. And then come down slow. Bend nice and tight. Working your thoracic spine and your arms. Let it go. Re-engage. Lift. Lower. Let it go. Re-engage. Squeeze those shoulder blades. Lift. And lower. Keep trying to pull that band further apart. Release it. Again. Lift. And lower. Okay, now this time I'm going to have you step, let the band relax. Step your left foot forward. Get high on the toes on that back foot. I want you to bend your front knee and bring the arms out in front. Now, get the band tight, so you're pulling it apart. Get higher on the back foot. Lean in. Keep pulling that band. Rotate left. Should feel really challenging. Come back slowly. Go the opposite side. Come back slowly. Release the band. Keep the legs in the same place. Start again. Re-engage. Lift. Lean in. Rotate. Come back. Go the other way. Come back center. Let the band release. Now, I want you to straighten the front leg. High on the back foot. Re-engage, lift. Lean in. Same exercise, just with that front leg straight. Rotate. Come back. Go the opposite way. Come back. Lean in a little more. Let it go. Whew, it's getting hard. We have 2 more on this leg. Hang tight. This is really good for your arms. Squeeze, lift. Lean in. Go left. Come back slow. Go right. Keep that band tight. Come back. Lean in. Release. Whew, here's your last one. Tighten the band. Lift. Lean in more. Go for it. This is your last one on this side. Keep opening those arms. Lean in. And release. Whew. We're going to give the arms a break before we're going to do a different variation actually for the other leg. So let's get right to it. Nothing in your arms. So I've switched feet. Whoops. Don't fall, Kirsten. Okay, get high on the back foot. Down. Okay, here we go. I'm a little wobbly today. Okay, arms out. Lean in. That front leg has a bend in it. Now bring your hands into heart. Bend into your front knee a little more and really get off your back foot. So the only weight I have in that back foot are my toes, barely touch it. So I've got a big load into my hamstring and glute of the right leg. A little bit of the quad, but I got a big lean forward. 10% weight in the left foot. That's it. Rotate right. Go as far as you can. Hold. 3, go more. 2, 1, come back. Slowly. Go the opposite way. As far as you can. 3, 2, 1, take the arms out. Lift them up. Bring the hands back to heart. Straighten the front leg now. You're still leaning forward a lot. Give me a rotation right. And slowly come back. Give me that rotation left, all the way. Slowly come back. Shoulders over hips. Step it in. Woo, sweating. Okay. We're taking it down to the floor. You're going to get the tightest band, so I think that's the black one. If you're using the same kind I am. And we're going to work our outer hips. So we get a nice lie down. I'm going to grab a sip of water. And here we go. So bend around your ankles. Legs up. And nice and straight with the legs. I want you to lock them out and then open as wide as you can. Shift your feet forward a little bit. Keep your feet flexed. And then slowly let the band come loose. Tighten it up. As much as you can. Slowly bring it back together. So you have no tension. Start again. You got to fight for these. You got to work it really hard. Come back in slowly. You have 2 more slow. Open up. A little wider. Come back slow. And here's your last one, and then we're going to pick the pace up. Open out. Keep your neck long, your shoulders relaxed. Bring that band back together. Let the knees come into your chest just for a second so you get a little reprieve. Back to a straight leg. Back to a tight band. And now you're going in and out. You pick your pace. Just keep doing it. It's all about range of motion on this exercise. Whether you're doing it slowly or quickly. if you want the benefit, you got to get a lot of range. You can also change up the angle of the feet, move them forward a little bit, get the core more involved. Okay, a little reprieve. Now we're going to come back and pulse it. So you're going to take it wide, and then you're going out wider and in an inch. Keep going. Shift your feet forward, so you feel you have to really engage the stomach to be stable. 5, 4, 3, 2. Okay, take the bend above the knees. Just above the knees. Put your feet on the floor with your legs bent. Walk your heels as close to your butt as you can get them, and your feet are hip width apart. Now, open the knees up a little bit so you feel the band, just a little tension. Pelvic tilt up, low back skin down on the floor. Peel up one vertebrae at a time, lifting and pushing through the heels. Super important, no weight in the toes or the pad of the feet. Now, once you're up, open the knees as wide as you can. Give me that pulse, in an inch, out an inch. Keep going. Butt stays up, chest is proud. Hold it out. You can be up on the sides of the feet, that's okay, just hold it out. Now, pulse up an inch and down an inch. Up and squeeze and release. Up and squeeze, release. You're holding the knees out. Just lift up and down. 5, 4, 3, 2. Now hold the knees out. Walk your feet out so they're more under the knees. Just inside the width of the mat, I guess, would probably be a good area for them to be. Now, out an inch and in an inch. Your band is going to feel a little tighter because you've spread your legs wider. We're going for the burn, ladies. Keep doing it. Don't even think about it. Okay, now hold it out and walk your feet in. So I want your knees to be hip width apart, and I want your feet to be touching. And then go out and in. Should feel considerably easier. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Squeeze your knees tight as you can. Nothing in that band anymore, but it's still there. Now, one vertebrae at a time, lower your hips. Slow motion. You have to sort of savor that. It feels good on your upper back, right? Keep the squeeze in the knees. Take your feet out a little further from your back. Pelvic tilt up. Roll up one vertebrae at a time as you squeeze your knees. Get up as high as you can while you squeeze, and then slowly come back down. Walk your feet out further. So you've got less of a bend in the leg. Pelvic tilt up, peel it up. Squeeze your knees. Toes up off the floor. So now you're feeling it in your shins. That's good. Squeeze harder. Lower back down slowly. Slide those heels out a few inches. Pelvic tilt up, roll up. Squeeze your knees. Now to add on to this, to make it a little more challenging, I'm going to have you lift your arms off the floor. Hands straight up to the ceiling. Separate those fingers wide. Slowly lower back down. Slide those heels out farther. Keep squeezing. Pelvic tilt. Roll up. Obviously, you're not going to get as high, but the focus here now begins on squeezing of the knees. Most important, keep those feet flexed. Lower back down. Slide the heels out. Now you're going to open the heels, so it's just the toes touching. Keep squeezing the knees. Lift your butt up. Very small bend in the legs. Work it. Take the arms back while you squeeze your knees. Little more. Bring the arms back down, fingertips only on the floor. Keep the squeeze. 5, 4, 3, 2, and release. Get rid of your bend. Woohoo! We are done this bend. Now you're going to extend your legs all the way down along the floor and take your arms all the way back. Full body stretch. Start to floss the arms. So you're rolling the palms in and out. Point your toes. Start to bring the arms up slowly. Keep rotating the hands. Lift your head. Tuck your chin. Keep the belly down, most important, as you roll up. Drive your hands between your legs. Nice little stretch for those hamstrings. How good does this feel? Let's just enjoy this. Flex your spine. Relax your head. Just breathe. Now roll back up. You're going to take your right elbow down to the floor and you're going to turn onto that right glute. So you're on the muscle, not the bone. It's really important. Take your left hand to your waist. Pick your knees up, bend the legs. Now straighten them. Now take this left hand to your left ear. Elbow to the knee and back to your starting point. Lift back up and lower back down. So you're limiting going down too low. So what happens if you take the feet all the way down, you feel that hip bone dig into the floor. I don't want you to feel that. I just want you to rock it on the glute. Going up and down should be challenging for that left oblique muscle. That's what we're targeting right now. Going up slow and down slow. We have 4 more. So I'm just rocking the glute. 3, 2, and done. Woo. Big challenge for that left oblique. Let's do the other side. So get on the muscle, the glute. Start with your legs bent. Your left elbow's down this time. Right hand to your hips. So you're in like a little knee tuck, if you will. Now straighten those legs. Take that right hand to the ear. Lift up. Elbow touches the right knee. Lower back down just to the point that you start to feel that hip bone. And then make your way back up. All the way up so the elbow can touch the knee. Lower down slow. Hopefully you're already feeling this in that right side body. Breathe as you lift them up. Inhale on the way down. We have 4 more. Make them fabulous. 4, 3. Keep drawing the stomach in when you do this. 2, and 1. Okay. Heels to the corners of the mat. We're gonna do that nice forward fold again. So you're just folding between the legs, relaxing your back and head. Nice, now take it back up. We're gonna take a weight and turn it up on the floor on your mat. And then you're gonna sit in your staff pose, which means you're not slouching through that low back. You can take your hands back for a little support, but we're gonna lift the leg up and over the weight, making sure we're getting good height with the leg lift. This is working your hip flexor. Take it back, up and over, and back. We're gonna do 5 on this leg, then 5 on the other. Keep your feet flexed if you can, up and over. Try not to lean back too much. That's why you got those fingers back there pushing you forward. Okay. Take that weight out of the way. Dive between the legs again. Nice little reprieve here. Take some nice deep breaths. Okay. Back to your staff pose. Extend your arms out in front. Get nice and tall. I want you to lean forward as far as you can. Keep going, and then take it back. As far as you can without letting the stomach pop forward or your lower back round. Rock it forward. Big stretch for those hammies. And then take it back. Belly draws in, super duper important. Come back. Go for it this time. Really try to give me a big lean. And rock it back. Now, hold this position where your spine and your lower back is straight. Lift the arms up, straight up to the ceiling. Little work here for the hip flexors again, right? And your quads, just to hold this position. Now take it straight up to the ceiling. So you're sitting tall, pushing up from the head, and now you're gonna slowly take it back, keeping the arms up. Pull that belly in. This is all core and hip flexor. Come back up. And one last time. Backwards. Belly draws in, arms are gonna come parallel to the floor, making this a lot easier. Now you get to round the back. C-curve it. Go down slowly. Back to your full body stretch. Okay, we're gonna do a nice little hollow hold. So bend your legs to get there. Before we do it, I want you to rock the pelvis forward and back. Just a few times, just to loosen up. Okay, here's how we're going to start this. Arms up. You're going to lift your head and tuck your chin. So let the arms come forward a little bit if that feels better. Lift your left leg up, straight up to the ceiling. Right leg straight up to the ceiling. Now the arms come down, palms face the floor, as do the legs. Pulse your arms, keep your chin tucking to the chest. Pull the stomach down. If it's up, you got to take the legs up, start again, but keep the stomach down. Legs are straight, you can point or flex. Now, pull the knees into the chest. Head back to the floor. We're going to roll this head from side to side. Go as far as you can. Turn it as far as you can. And then turn it the other way. So you're going slowly. Keep doing it. It's good for you. It's like eating your vegetables. right? Did your mother tell you, eat your vegetables, they're good for you? Okay, feet flexed, knees over your hips, arms straight up to the ceiling, stomach down. Move your feet a little more forward so you feel it hard or challenging to keep the lower back skin down on the floor. But that's what you're working on, pressing it down. So find at the nice challenging part or point or place, and then once you're there, just breathe a few more times when you feel like you can't really hold this any longer. And then bring the knees in, take a break. Little circle with your knees to massage that lower back. Go the other way. Do it again. So bend, 90 degree at the knee. Move the feet forward, get that stomach down. Arms up. This time we're going to take the arms back a little bit and the feet a little further out. And just press the stomach down. That's your job. 5, 4, 3, 2, and relax. Okay, all the work is done. Now we get to just stretch a little bit. Let's take the right leg down to the floor. Nice and straight. Bring your left knee into the chest. Now, if you have sore knees, you can always hold the hamstring to pull it in. Whatever floats your boat. We're going to circle the ankle while we're holding the knee into the chest. Go the other way. Now I want you to point and flex it. Now take your left hand, grab your big toe or the foot, whatever you can hold on to. Straighten that left leg. Push the heel to the ceiling. So use the muscle to do it, not the arm. And let that go. Left leg extends down along the floor. Right knee pulls into the chest. Start to circle at the ankle. Got to give your feet and ankles some love every day. Change your direction. Point and flex. Grab your foot, big toe, whatever you can find, straighten that right leg. Now using the muscle of that leg, push your heel up. Try to use the muscle to move the leg back. Nice. Release that knee back into the chest. Let the other one come into the chest. We're going right to a happy baby. Both heels point up to the ceiling. Use your hands on the outsides of the feet to draw the knees towards the floor. So use your arms to help you get your knees further down. Try to keep your lower back on the mat and then add a gentle rock if you like. Okay, bring your knees together. Make a circle to massage your lower back. As big as you like. Now separate the knees and circle them independent of one another. Good for your hips, your hip flexors. Change your direction. Nice job. Okay, rock and roll up onto the toes. Get nice and high, lifting those heels all the way up. Now we're going to meet in a full forward fold. Let your head go. Straighten out the legs. It should be easy to straighten them now. Totally unweight your upper body by crossing the arms.
take a few deep breaths to get some good blood flow to your face. Feel the ribs expand. Nice. Now take your hands above the knees and help yourself. You're going to come up, rounding your back, one vertebrae at a time, nice and slowly. Now roll those shoulders back, take a nice big deep breath, reach the arms long, long, long. And I thank you so much for your power and strength. Woohoo! We are done. Feel like a hot, sweaty mess.